Hello there. My name's Jay, this is Route 1, and today it's time to do a bit of redecorating. So me and my girlfriend have lived here for about 2 to 3 months now. And if you have seen from the previous videos that we've done recently on the channel, you notice that this is kind of bland. And I've been saying for a while that I want to redevelop it, change it up, give it some spice into like more of a creative Pokemon YouTube space, whatever you want to call it. Basically, I'm going to turn this bland, boring, single bedroom into a proper working creative studio, rather than a single bedroom that I've just put a computer in. I'm going to be changing this entire wall all along here. I think I'm going to go for a medium grey. This is my setup that I usually work with on a day-to-day basis. Is a single bedroom that I've changed into my office space. So I basically have these 2 screens that I work on usually, as well as a MacBook that I kind of just get to have like emails and stuff up. This is what I currently record on at the moment. It's the Rode NTG2. For the new space, I won't be using it. Instead, I've purchased some more appropriate microphones. Right here is the Zoom H5 recorder, which I still will be using. This shelf is getting completely removed. It's all random Pokemon stuff, some D&D stuff there, and some Pokemon tins. That I'm kind of like gonna get this all sorted. Gonna get some like nice new shelving behind me instead of like just a painted wall. So hopefully I'll get to use some of these in the bookcase as well as just get some like proper organization. What I've bought recently, I kind of need this entire space. Right here, I've got a bunch of different stuff that I'm going to be hanging up on the wall. A lot of them are like different artworks, etc. that I got from like Comic-Con and stuff like that. But yeah, all these are going to be hung up on the wall, probably closer towards the door. There is this rail here. I was thinking to get rid of it, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it on there, because I was thinking of potentially putting like some green screen cloth across there in case I want to do any different types of videos. So then that's there just in case. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've got to work with. As I said, it's not a very big space, but I'm going to try and make it work and try and make it a lot more nicer than what it is at the moment. I forgot to mention I've also got like some soundproof tiles as well. So if you notice the audio's not been crisp or clear, I'm going to try and improve that. I bought a bunch of soundproof foam that I'm going to put, I don't think I'm going to put on every single wall, but enough to hopefully dampen the sound of the echo you might be hearing right now or in other videos. And hopefully I get to change this small single bedroom into a proper creative studio space. Now I need to move all of this stuff out of this room and then I can start painting. So let's get to it. Alright, so now the walls are painted. Hopefully they don't need a second coat. If they do, I'm going to do that tomorrow. But for tonight, I'm going to leave it, going to let the paint set, and leave the window open. The only thing I need to do is the radiator, because as you can see, I only need to apply some paint behind the radiator. That'll be the last thing I do for tonight. I'm absolutely wiped out at this point after all the painting and masking. I'm ready for a good night's sleep, and hopefully I won't need to add a second coat. This looks pretty good. This looks pretty good, I got to admit. So hopefully it doesn't need a second coat, and if it doesn't, that means I can start putting together a new desk, new setup for the studio, which I'm very looking forward to getting done finally, because to be honest, I've had this stuff for a few days. The desk I've had for quite a longer, so I'm finally happy to get this all sorted. So we'll see you in the morning. All right, so it's 2 days after I last filmed, because it turns out I did need to give the room one more coat of paint, which kind of took me the entire day. I'm not a patron decorator at all, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And now all the painting's done, it's time to fill this room and make it a proper creative studio. Let's go. God, this box is heavy. And we're done. It has taken me a lot longer than I thought, but I'm finally happy that it's finished. And also, it looks pretty good as well. I think it definitely looks a lot more like a proper office space now. Now you may be thinking what equipment I used to update my office. Behind me I got a 4x4 shelf from IKEA. I could have had posters or some sort of background filler, but I wanted this bookcase for a while now, and I've got so many like sort of little knickknacks, as you can see, a lot of Pokemon, some Dragon Ball Z, some Power Rangers, some DC stuff, so I think it's a good eclectic mix of random nerdy stuff that I'm into. A lot of the plants you can see as well, they're also from IKEA. I've done a big massive IKEA shop and I've spent quite a bit of money on not just the IKEA stuff, but also everything you're seeing here. And that's not a brag in the slightest. It's took me quite a while to get all the money I needed to get everything I'm using now. On the walls I've added some soundproof foam, so hopefully there's no or very little echo anymore. And there's also some artwork that I've collected over Comic-Cons over the various years. Now I've wanted an electronic desk for the longest time, but I was never able to get one. But now I have, and now I'm so happy with it. I get to do work and not just Pokemon stuff, but just general day-to-day work in both a sitting and a standing position. Because for any of my fellow editors out there, you know how annoying and painful your back can get if you're just sitting all day, so I'm glad I have that option. My iMac and secondary monitor are exactly the same as before, but now I just have a bit more space to add stuff behind and around that now. I also purchased 2 Elgato Air lights. I was thinking of going for the original lights that Elgato do, but unfortunately I just don't really have the size to work with. So I wanted to go a bit more compact. In fact, I wanted to go as compact as I can with this office. So the 2 lights obviously are here and here. Both lights are set to 5400 Kelvin. To my right is set to 100% opacity, and the one to my left is set to 50%. Now the Elgato lights do come with a stand, but I wanted little to no clutter on my desk as much as possible. So instead I bought the Elgato multi-mount large. I bought 3 of those, 2 for the Elgato lights and then 1 for the camera that you're seeing right now. I also got the Flexi arm kit as well, because it turns out that the Elgato Light Airs, you can't really move them or position them as well unless you bought the flex arm kit. Now if you notice there's a little bit of light here along the edge of my face and shoulders and arm, that's because I've added a backlight or hair light, whichever term or phrase you prefer to use, which will give me a bit of separation from the background. Currently I'm shooting on the GH5 with a 18-35 Sigma lens. Like, that is my go-to lens for not just Pokemon videos, but also general videography work as a whole anyway. Right, let's get on to audio. As you can see, I've got myself a Shure microphone. In fact, I've got 2. The Shure microphones are attached to the Streamed. I think that's the correct phrasing of it. I think they're a German manufacturer. It's a typical mic boom arm that attaches to the desk. There's a lot of varieties out there, but I like the look of these, so I just went with them, and they weren't too expensive either. The light stands and the mic stands, they're all connected onto the desk, so there's not that many cables running about. Now I was contemplating getting the Shure MV7, as that's kind of the standard of podcast microphones, but with the amount of stuff I was buying all at once, unfortunately I couldn't pay that price, so I got the next best thing, which is the MV7X. It only has the XLR port, but that's fine. That's still a great method for me to use, and it's a cheaper alternative as well. And hopefully these, with them being pretty close to the face and the mouth, give a lot better audio than the previous audio equipment I was working with, where the microphone was set kind of at least arm's length. And obviously with the soundproof foam not there, just a bare bones room with pretty much nothing covering the walls as well, there was a lot of echo and reverb and just horrible audio to deal with and post. So hopefully these Shure microphones are worth the investment, because so far I'm really digging them. Like most of the other things I've bought, I've also bought the soundproof foam from Amazon as well. There was a deal for $24 which I end up getting 48 instead. I just wanted to make sure I had most of my walls covered. I wanted to make sure they were properly stuck to the walls, so I bought some actual adhesive spray so that they would stick really well. And I've got to say, so far they haven't fell off. I tried to move them a little and they just don't move. The LED strips I bought from Amazon, they are a Gove or Govee strip lights LEDs, and I bought 2 boxes worth, which have 4 LED strips that I just end up putting around the office and also around the bookcase as well. As you can see on my desk, there's a switch. That's not just a prop. I will be playing some gaming videos, but I needed a capture card, so I went to Elgato again and got the HD60S. I do have the HD60 because I used to do gaming years and years ago, but I looked up online and it turns out the HD60 does not work with Switch on a Mac. So I had to shell out for another Elgato capture card. But as long as I get to record some gameplay for you guys, that's what matters and that's what I care about. Being a professional videographer, editor, you'd need great headphones. So I decided to invest in some new headphones, which are from Bear Dynamic. They're the DT990 or 990 or 990 Pro Studio headphones. And I've tried these out so far on an editing job and they work so well. They fit around the ears, they're very comfortable, and I'm just looking forward to using them a lot more. So I think that's it. If I have forgotten anything, or if you do have any questions, ask me in the comments. I'll try to answer as much as I can. I'll also put in the description the list of everything I also bought in case I do miss anything out. And as a bonus treat for you guys watching till the end, by the way, thank you, I decided to do some pack openings. Alright guys, so as I said, here's a little treat. Just some Brilliant Stars packs that I've picked up from the local corner shop. I'm still buzzing about Brilliant Stars. I'm not too sure how I feel about this new Astral Radiance set that's come out. Let me know down below if it's a good set or not. I think it's a skippable one for me. How have you guys been doing with Brilliant Stars, by the way? Like I've been enjoying it so much. Like it's rare that I find this set just really enjoyable and that I want to try and complete. But Brilliant Stars is definitely one of those sets that I'm really digging still. I'm really digging. So if there's any packs in the shops, like random packs, I usually just pick them up because I tend to just have better luck. Reverse Holo Cafe Master and a Drugodon. I usually just have better luck with just random packs than I do with collection boxes or things like that. But I definitely do want to get a ETB and also a booster box of Brilliance guys as well, because the possibility is to get some really good pulls are, you know, really good, I would say. Trapinch, Shroomish, Purloin, Duskull, Sneasel, Reverse Holo Clefairy, Moth. This is starting to become my arch nemesis in this set. I'm not a fan. I do not want. No thank you. Maybe it's just a continuous thing that I don't have luck on camera. I haven't pulled much B-Star cards. Right, last pack. Clang, Symphony's Ambition, Torkoal. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this kind of really different video to what we've done before. I don't think we'll do it again. Definitely not anytime soon. So, you know, a like wouldn't go. Couldn't go amiss. Sorry, my voice is going. Reverse Holo Impidimp. Is my luck continuing with Brilliant Stars? We shall see. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, yep, the luck continues for me. So much money and effort and hard work has gone into this for me. I didn't have to do this, I wanted to, because I wanted to make this look nice. But let me know what you guys think of all this. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it shit? Have I done a really terrible job? Feel free to let me know. But that is it from me, Jay, at here, Route 1. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.